John had always lived in the shadow of want. His childhood home was a modest shack, barely holding itself together against the elements. School was a battleground where John fought to stay afloat. He was often the target of cruel taunts from classmates who had more than he did. But John was undeterred. He stayed up late into the night, studying by the light of a single, flickering bulb, determined to rise above his circumstances. Despite the adversity, John had two things going for him: a fierce work ethic and an unshakable faith. He prayed each night, not for material wealth but for strength and wisdom. His prayers were simple but sincere, and he trusted in the mercy of a higher power to guide him. Years passed, and John's relentless pursuit of knowledge and improvement eventually led him to an extraordinary breakthrough. As the accolades and wealth poured in, so did the throngs of people who wanted a piece of his success. Old acquaintances and distant relatives emerged from the woodwork, eager to align themselves with his newfound glory. John welcomed them with grace, but remained cautious. He remembered the laughter that had and the way people had turned their backs on him when he was struggling. One evening, at a lavish celebration in his honor, a former classmate approached him with a broad smile and an outstretched hand. "John, it's been ages. I always knew you'd make it big. You were always so smart." John shook the man's hand firmly, his eyes betraying a hint of sadness. "Thank you. It's good to see you." The man's eyes sparkled with opportunistic intent, but John saw through the fraud. He had learned to discern the genuine from the insincere, to value the few who had stood by him through thick and thin, not just when the fortunes were flowing. The laughter at the party was vibrant, but John's was the last one to ring out. It came not from arrogance or bitterness, but from a place of deep, quiet satisfaction. He had risen above the harsh judgments and superficial connections of his past. John's laughter was a testament to his journey, a journey marked by struggle, self-discovery, and faith. And as he looked around at the faces that filled the room, he knew that it was the true friends and the lessons learned along the way that mattered most. In the end, John understood that true wealth was not in the riches he had accumulated but in the wisdom he had gained and the values he had upheld. And so, as the night grew late and the party dwindled, John's laugh echoed through the halls, a final, triumphant note in a melody of perseverance and truth. Moral lesson of this story: never trust those who come into your life because of your wealth, success, or popularity. True relationships are built on genuine connections, not the fleeting allure of status. If you are inspired by this story, please give us a thumb up, subscribe to our YouTube channel,